everybody, it's Carm here, and you know who? Back on a rather chilly week here in Chicagoland. Wanted to come on and do a response to Beth, to Red Rum Records, having a contest centered on the year 1969 in Woodstock, and yeah, thought it'd be fun to jump in. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to answer all the questions. Well, we'll see how accurate they are, but yeah, if you don't know Beth, wonderful person, really fun channel, with a great deal of variety, and I'll start right in. Just 4 questions here. Share your favorite artist who performed at Woodstock. Well, to this day, it would still be Richie Havens. When I was little, I'd seen, pretty sure it was on PBS, seeing Woodstock for the first time, and his performance always stood out to me the most. There's something about the intensity and immediacy of it. To this day, when I think of Woodstock, his image always comes up, and yeah, I've enjoyed his music ever since. It's very distinctive. So yeah, Richie Havens. Next up, favorite album that was released in 1969. I only have a few in general from that year, so hope you don't mind me, Beth, just showing more than one, but I'll go through them real quick. Just a few here. Mal Waldron Trio, Free at Last. Great, just very distinctive piano player, composer, very much his own style and approach, and his own take on what's known as free jazz here. On the first release on the ECM label, and his own patterns are very much his own, and no one else quite like him. Yeah, and Mal Waldron. Miles, In a Silent Way, still my personal favorite of his, for my taste. It has this real, very patient, kind of gradually unfolding, a great deal of space in the music, quite raga-like. Of course, wonderful lineup, as good as it gets here. And yeah, for what little in general I've heard of his, and he's just such a vast catalog, this one is still the one that I seem to go back to the most. So yeah, Miles, In a Silent Way. Don Robertson, Dawn, multi-instrumentalist, one of those kind of everything thrown in the pot here, psychedelic rock and jazz, folk, to East Indian music, African percussion, found sounds, spoken metaphysical incantations, sounds of nature, just everything, and very much of that time, that was 1969 as it gets, really. But yeah, very just a fascinating listen. And Don Robertson. Saving the most obvious for last here for these. Yeah, where it all started for Tangerine Dream, electronic meditation. Nothing really that followed was anything like this in their catalog as far as proper albums. I would almost say it's industrial before there was industrial in a way. Yeah, just a singular statement, and yeah, where it all began for them. Electronic meditation. And the third one, favorite film from 1969. Well, I only have one, and I really haven't seen many from that year overall in full. This one always stood out to me though. Salesman. Documentary from the Males brothers. Very, as far as I can tell, quite groundbreaking in a way. It has this kind of over-the-shoulder or fly-on-the-wall approach, following door-to-door salesmen just in their everyday lives, kind of seeing what they go through, and this very kind of, talking about raw and immediate quality. You just feel like you're walking along with them, accompanying them, and I've always been a fan of documentaries, and it's an early example of that approach that's still used to this day. So yeah, Salesman. Number 4, show something that has a 69 or 1969 on it. It could be a movie, album, or song. And I'm picking what you have in the background here. Gabor Szabo, 1969. A Hungarian guitarist. Another player is very distinctive. Whether he's playing his original compositions or on here it's mostly covers. He's covering Lennon and McCartney, Joni Mitchell, Buffy St. Marie. I really like his period from about 66 to 72 or so. That's when he was at his most individual, and his own style really came through the most in whatever he was playing. Or what he was playing with Gary McFarland. Their collaborations are wonderful. And yeah, Gabor Szabo. Very much recommended if you're not familiar. And yeah, just wanted to come on and respond to that real quick. I know there's been a lot of people been getting in on this, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So again, if you're not already familiar with Beth, very much recommend her channel. Just a very warm person, very enjoyable spending time with this way, and a great deal of variety in her videos. If you like the horror genre, whether it's movies or soundtracks, a lot of 80s stuff, and does these needle drops, just all kinds of things. So just very much recommend. And yeah, so hope we're all doing well and keeping warm wherever you're at. The director and I, until the next one. Peace, love, and joy.